when they ain't doing shit for their life. There's a lot of females that are expecting guys that are doing something with their life when they ain't doing shit with their life.
And they're stripping them of their
Trying to
title.
be safe.
Exactly. They're stripping them of their title. And a lot of women don't see that. A lot of women don't see that, but it is
Yeah.
true. It is true. They're being stripped of their title because of women. You know what I mean? Um,
It's like nowadays a lot of women are scared of being submissive to their partner or actually listen to the opinion that their partner has because they assume that their partner can't lead.
Or they
and
jump
then again, they have to
or
give
they
us a
jump
chance to
straight to
lead
that
because
word
we are
control.
the strongest vessels to men. Literally.
I just don't like when people try to say that women are the blame as to why men aren't succeeding. Like, sorry, not sorry.
I mean, that goes to the saying, that you're supposed to build your partner up. A lot of times these women are like degrading these men. They in the relationships with these men and they want these men to lead and shit, and they want these men to be men or whatever, but they degrading these men. They
Well,
And
then
downplaying them.
my
They
question to
down
that
talking them.
man.
They stripping them of their rights. They doing all these little things to hit them below the belt. You get what I'm saying? Like,
9 times out of 10, those women didn't have a father figure in their life
Tone, my
because the
question to
father
that.
teaches.
Go ahead.
A father teaches that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I come in again. With the father plays a big role in a child's life, whether it's a male or a female. You
So
know what
my
I mean?
question,
absolutely.
my question to you guys is this: for the men who are like, "Oh yeah," and women who are like, "Oh yeah," these women are degrading them and doing this and that. The question I have for the man is, why are you allowing it? If you're a
Because they don't know
man,
any better. They don't know any
For
then
the
better.
whose
same
fault is
reason
You
that
that?
can't. You can't.
Whose
for
fault
You
is
the same
that?
can't bring
reason
a
that
perspective
females
to
have
something that
stocks
you're
in
not
them.
taught.
Look,
If you're not
Whose fault
taught
is
that,
that though?
let
At
me
the
answer
end
that.
of the
Let me
day,
answer it as the man.
at the end of the day,
Let
the
me answer
only
it.
person to blame is the person that stays in a situation like that. That's like if
no,
you
you
keep
Can't
can't.
getting
so, but you
beat
can't
and
look.
That's
beat
like
and
saying a
beat.
Men,
woman that's accepting domestic violence is her
I
fault.
was just about
That
to say
she's
that.
staying
At what
in
point do we
domestic violence,
tell
but
her,
it's not
hey,
her
girl,
fault.
it
It's
ain't
not
her
her
fault, but
fault.
at what point do you tell her, hey, how many black eyes do you need to get? It's going to be up to her to make up her mind to say, I don't want this. I deserve to be treated better. And it's the same thing with
right,
a man.
right.
He
A
has to
lot
wake
of
up and say,
women,
I'm the man
But
of
though,
this house
listen,
and I'm going to run this way. Either you're with it or you're not. That's how he's going to get
right,
respect out of that woman
right.
but a
if he's
lot of
doing the
women
right
don't
thing.
understand that. A lot of women have not been raised to
Whose
know
fault
the
is that?
difference of that. Some
Whose
women
fault
are
is that?
raised in abusive households and they think it's okay.
But whose fault is that? At the end of
You
the
Not
know what
day,
I'm
if a
saying?
man
It's
stays in a situation where he's getting abused by his woman, that is his fault.
no,
tell
It's
it's
you
his
the
not
same
fault.
thing.
his
Can I say
fault.
this? Can I say this as a man? Look,
So
at the
then it's a
same
woman's
time,
fault
look,
for staying with
men,
her partner too.
right?
It
Listen though, no,
is because at
listen
some
though,
point you have to wise up and say, I'm worth more than this. I'm better than
right?
this. I
Let me
deserve
tell you
better
the
than this.
difference though with the men and women though. Like with men, they more invested in the relationship and shit. Like they be more
No,
invested.
women are invested
What?
too.
Now, a woman to get up and leave like in a blink of an eye. A man ain't gonna just get up and leave one day out of nowhere. I'm telling you,
I think both people are invested.
I'm telling you, that's a fact. No, it's more of the man is more invested. If the woman could get up and leave in a blink of an eye and then take half of everything that man got. The man is more invested, especially when it comes to marriage.
Don't put that.
Like I don't know.
It's not
That's a
it's not a
man. That's a
one-sided
man.
thing,
That's
trust
a
me.
man. That's a man's like you know how they say you're a reflection of me. Like a man is they put more investment into being in a relationship. I'm telling you. I'm
Well,
telling you.
I disagree just because
Women
if
to be
you're a
quick to
woman,
up and go and find a fucking billionaire in the next day.
Tone, it ain't that easy. Tone, I'm here to tell
It's
you it ain't that easy for any woman to go find a millionaire the next day.
yes
So
it
that's not
is.
realistic. No, it's
Go to
not.
How
sugardaddy.com and they'll find one.
shit?
Exactly. It's
If
not
they
that easy
want
to
to,
find
they
a
can.
millionaire.
Trust me. If that's what they wanted to do, they can go do that. They go find them a baller nigga. Easy. It's
It's
not
not that
accessible
easy.
like that to men as quick as as easy as it is for
All
a
I'm
woman.
saying to all the
We
men
gotta
out there
build that. We
though,
gotta build that value. A woman innately born with that value. Trust me. They
I don't
could.
know. I just know for men, if you're
You
being
don't
in
know.
a
You know.
situation where
You
I'm not a
know.
man, so I can't speak for a man,
No,
but I can
I
tell
said
them this
women
as
are
a
born with
woman.
that value, though. That you know that you a woman, so you know that you innately born with that value. Like, come on.
Well, I think all women and men are of value. I believe that
Yeah.
men and women should value themselves and love themselves enough to make sure they're with someone who's going to treat them the way they deserve to be treated. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. As a man, if you see a woman's getting out of line, it's immediately when she starts getting out of line, you should be taking her aside and saying, "Look, this is not the type of relationship I'm going to have. This is the role I am wanting to play, and this is the role you need to play. Are you okay with this, or do we need
Uh
to
huh. And when
play
they don't want,
structure?"
and when they hear what they don't want to hear, guess what? That's when they call the police, lie, make
No,
accusations. That's facts. You saying no, but it's facts. You look. We're not talking
it shouldn't
about
even
cat
get to
hunting.
that point. If you guys are
Listen,
having communication, it shouldn't get to the point where people are putting their
hey,
hands on each other. It's
But
some
not every
people are
conversation.
female thinks like
childish.
you, Kat.
Some
Not
people
every
are
female thinks like
childish.
that. Unfortunately, there's too many females out here that got a fucked up ass mentality that would
Right,
And
rather put
bounce,
the guy down and call the
right.
cops on them, even though they've never touched them. That's
Right.
why
then
we
That's what
keep
bounce,
telling you.
I'm trying to tell you. It
then
happens. I've
bounce.
seen it.
Like that's an easy, that to me, that's an
Okay,
easy
so
solution.
then
If you're
bounce
with a
right after
woman,
they already put them in jail. They can't bounce that easily no more. Because there's a lot of places now that aren't allowing you to rent an apartment if you have a domestic abuse case on you.
And that's
yeah,
discrimination.
but
That,
Gabby,
Yeah.
here's
that's
the issue at
law.
the end of the day. At the end of the day, if you are a man, not a boy, if you are a man and you see that this woman's abusive or crazy or whatever, too controlling, why are you in it? That's your
Because a lot
fault.
of people don't know better. And the reason I keep saying this is because I've worked with domestic violence. And people stay in relationships for various of reasons. You know what I mean? And it's just not just I just can't say it's their fault that they're there or that they're staying or however the case may be. A lot of people think it's simple and it's not simple. It's not that simple.
No,
You
I
know what
know
I'm
that.
saying? People don't think like you or like me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
this nigga hit me. I'm out of here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It doesn't go like that. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
that's
you
why we're
have
all
to, like
here.
I said, be taught to know the difference. Some people
Right.
are raised in domestic households and they think it's okay. We know it's not okay, but everybody don't think like that. And that goes for men and for women.
Hey, and
It
even
seems
the
like
That's
when
ones
why
that
females
we're
start
here.
dating
look,
guys that are actually good for them.
even the ones that's in those type of situations, they know it's not okay. But like you said, Mr. Rat, like you just said, like that when they raised around that's all they basically immune to that shit. So that's all they know. You
Or
get what
it
I'm
could
saying?
be,
It's just
some
like
people
when
stay in
girls start
abusive
dating.
relationships to raise their children. Some people are not financially, you know what I'm saying, ready to move on. Some people are not mentally ready to move on. So I can't say it's their fault. I can't say it's a man's
Wow.
fault, and I can't say it's a woman's fault. You
Right.
And
know
I
what I'm
say the
saying?
same thing. It's no one person's fault. It's if you feel like, hey, I'm being violated, and you know that, hey, I'm getting beat down or I'm not a man that value anymore, it's time to go. You need to separate for a while, go to counseling or whatever, and get your roles back together.
No,
But
that's fact.
a man should not allow a woman to walk over him, disrespect him, but
Right.
he also needs to be a man of value. You have to be a man of value. You can't get with a woman and you ain't coming with what you're supposed to come with and expect her to
Right.
respect you. You have to
No,
be a
you're absolutely
respectable
right.
man. And if
And
you
where
are a
did, let me
respectable
ask you a question.
man,
Where would
And
that
they
come from?
what his value?
Yeah.
Well, then if he doesn't, why is he in a relationship? If
Where
he's
would
not
the
ready,
values, that wasn't my question. Where would that come from? How would a man learn his values?
your self-esteem, your value, what you're worth, that's something in your mind. Your mindset has to be there. If your mindset ain't ready for that, there's no relationship that's going to be good for you. You're going
That's
to
something
just
that
keep
you're
getting into
taught.
destructive relationships.
That's something that you're taught. That's not nothing that we're born with.
No, some people aren't taught to be a man. They just grow, they learn through experiences. They learn like, hey, I can't do this or I can't do that because they didn't have a father. You have to learn through experiences. But at the end of the day, if you're whether your dad was there or not, if you're in a relationship and you don't have self-esteem and no one's listening to you and the woman's running the house, The issue's with you because you're allowing that to happen.
How would they know any better though? How would they know different? Because that just doesn't just pop up in people's head.
I
That's
get what
something
you're
that's being
saying.
taught. You're taught values.
I get
You're
what you're saying, but here's at the end of the day, it's not the other person's job to help you figure out why you don't have you don't know how to understand value. You don't know how to be a man.
Why
That's
not?
not her job.
If that's your mate, if that's your spouse, if this is someone that you want to be with, if this is
Hmm.
someone that you want to better, if this is someone that you plan on spending the rest of your life with, why
Hmm.
would you not teach that?
I
Why
wouldn't. I
would
wouldn't.
why you so what you're saying is you feel that a guy should come in a relationship already knowing all of this. He don't know what you want. It's
No,
your
well,
job to
knowing what you
let
want and
him know
getting ran
what you
over by
want.
a woman is two different things. Knowing what you want and getting ran over. We were talking about weak dudes, meaning the girl is just basically demasculating him. That's totally different from teaching a man how to love you. Like two healthy
I'm not
people.
even talking about love. We're talking about values.
Yeah, but two people of value need to be coming together. You shouldn't even
How
be
is
getting.
values taught to a man? Is what my question is.
I don't know. That's not my job. I'm not a man. I can't
Wow,
answer that question. You
I
know what I'm
can.
saying? I'm just saying a man has to answer that for you. Like a man who's of value, he needs to be explaining, hey, how do y'all men, you guys are on here, tell
Okay,
her
men.
how do y'all
The
how
men
do
that are
y'all become of
listening?
value to yourselves?
How who taught you your values? Who
Tone, who
taught
taught you
you
your
how
value?
to perceive in life? Who taught you those values?
A man.
Another man.
That's what
Start.
I
Why we just speculate?